Hi you guys. All right, here is a workout 17. It is 3 blocks. With each block we're going to start with a cardio move, then we'll have 3 strength moves. We're going to repeat each one however many times you want. I did it 3 times, and then at the end of each block we did a squat series. We're going to have really a 4th block of just abs, but we'll just do that once, and then squat series. But you could do the abs more than once if you want. So really, like we said before, choose your own adventure, make it your own. So in our first block, we're going to start with squat jacks. In a squat jack, you're going to come squat power jacks. You're going to squat low as you come out, and then come up for the jumping jack, making sure that that chest stays high and tight, dropping that tailbone down. Let's go 15 power jacks. Then you're going to, I gotta make sure I don't hit my tree here. We're going to start with one arm straight up and bring a straight leg down to it. Switch arms, switch legs. Trying to keep that chest nice and high, not rounding the back. So I want you to keep that chest nice and high. Depending on how tight your hamstrings and glutes are, you may not even get near that foot, and that's okay. It's not really about how high you get that leg up. So you're going to go 20 total, 10 on each leg. Then you're going to grab a lightweight. I have a 5. You do you, figure out what works for you. Now on this one, my friend Dakota did more of a flowy figure 8, and I did more of an X wood chop, but I want you to figure out what works best for you. Try not to compromise your core at all. You're keeping that core nice and tight. So what I did was I brought it straight up one shoulder, and then I crossed with a knee drive, up, cross. So that's doing the X. My friend Dakota did more of a flow, and you do you. And we're gonna go 16 total, so you're gonna end up doing 8 on each side. Then you're gonna come down to plank, and we're gonna do Spiderman legs. No push-ups this time, just holding plank. Abs are tight, hips in line, bringing that knee to the outside elbow. Good, and you're gonna do 15 total, so that ends up being 15 on each side. So you're going to do that 3 times in a row, or whatever you choose. And then our squat series that we're going to do after each block is going to be 20 squats, weight in your heels, the hips go back and pull forward. Feet can be hip width or just wider than hip width, toes point forward, or they can be open just a little bit, but I want those hips dropping straight back and pulling forward. You really want to focus on your hips in the squat. So 20 squats. Then you're going to bend one leg, and you're going to keep the other toe on the ground, and that's a single leg squat. All the weight's in my one leg. The other leg's bent, no weight in that leg. 10 there. Then you're going to either hover it for 10, or you can bring it to the other knee for 10. Whatever's going to be easiest for you to just maintain your balance. So it's 20 in the center, 10 with the leg bent, and then 10 with a hover or a lift. And then you're going to do 20 again in the middle, and then switch legs, all the weight in that opposite leg, 10, and then lift that other foot, either if you hover it out front or bring it to the knee, 10 there. So that's your squat series you're going to do between each block. Then block 2, you guys, we're doing a square hop. So you're going to jump forward, side, back, side, reverse. That's 1. So each one starts with the forward hop. You're going to go one direction, then back, and that is 1 rep, and you're going to go 10. So it really feels like 20 because it's kind of a double circle. Then we're going to grab our 2 lighter weights. Again, I have 5s. We're going to drop into a sumo squat. My hips are straight down, and I'm going to turn and punch. That was 1. There's 2. Using this twisting foot to push all the way from that heel all the way through that hand and bring it back. So you feel it in your sides, you do feel it a little bit in your legs, definitely feel it in your arms. We're going to go 20 total. So each one is 1. So it ends up being a lot. Keep with it though. Then we're gonna grab our 1 weight. So I just dropped 1. And I'm gonna figure 8 right here, keeping my abs pulled in tight. Figure 8 chop here. I wanna go 15 on each direction. So it just depends on how you count it. If you want to count that 1, 2, you're going to count to 30. If you count 1, 2, and you just count on one side, then it's going to be 15. The last one in this block is going to be 2 heavier weights. You're going to hold them together against each other right at the chest. I'll turn sideways for you. This is called a good morning. It's a deadlift with a weight. I'm gonna push my hips back, my back stays nice and flat, my eyes stay high, pull the hips forward. And we're gonna go 15 right here. The knees are soft. All of this is in the back of the legs, so you really wanna make sure you focus on those hips pushing back and pulling forward and keeping that back nice and flat. So after you finish the good mornings and you do your as many reps as you wanna do on the, as many rounds as you wanna do that block, then you're gonna do your squat series again. Then we're gonna block 3. We're gonna start with 10 burpees. I gotta look at my tracer, make sure I don't hit anything. You're gonna plant the hands, jump out to plank, making sure those hips are in line, jump the feet in, and jump up. So here's 1, 2. Making sure that when we jump out into our plank, those hips are in line. We're not riding them high, the abs are pulled in, and the hips are dropped in line with the shoulders. So 10 burpees. Then we are going to grab one of your heavier weights, planting those feet down to the ground, keep the hips nice and stable. We're gonna drop to the side and pull up. My hips are not moving. I don't want you to do this. The hips stay stationary and just that upper body is moving. We're going to go 10 on one side, switch sides, 10 on the other. Then we're going to do a roll-up cross. With this, it's a full sit-up, legs are extended. You're gonna come down, roll all the way up. When you come back down, arms at a T, bring one leg up and bring it to the opposite hand. Now, maybe not literally the opposite hand, but whatever's gonna work for you, leg up and twist, keeping both those shoulder blades on the ground, you guys. So you're going to go, I think it's 5 to each side on that one. So a total of 10. And then we're gonna end with that weight. Now you can choose whichever you want, and if you want to do it unweighted, you can also do that, but it's a static bicycle, which I think we've done before. You're going to lift the shoulder blades off the floor, hold it while you bicycle the legs. I want full extension in both those legs, focusing on driving them straight out, pulling that knee in, and I want you to go for, let's see, what did we say? 20 each. So if you're counting one leg, you're gonna count to 20. Then you're gonna do your squats. And then just at the end, we're gonna do 1 set of abs. We're gonna do, well, I did 1 round, but you know what? You could really do more than 1 round if you want. Reverse flutter kicks is laying down on the ground. You lift the chest, lift the legs, and we flutter kick the legs. You're gonna have your hands up here by your head. I want you to count to a slow 30, okay? So flutter kick the legs. Then you're gonna roll around and we're gonna go straight leg bicycle, twisting the upper body. So I'm gonna straight leg, drop, and twist my elbow to the knees. I think we're gonna go 20 there. I'd said 15, but that's 15 each side. So counting 1 leg. Then we're gonna end with 10 inchworms, you guys. With inchworms, keeping the legs as straight as possible the whole time. So you wanna drop down straight legs, bring those hands to the ground, inchworm them out. We're gonna add a push-up, walk the hands back, straight leg, and it's a bit of a deadlift to stand. 10 inchworms. Finish with 1 more round of your squat series. All right, you guys, good luck. When you finish this, you will have done about 320 squats, which is pretty rad. Nice work.